Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David
And
Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Trevor Hankins.
and welcome to On the Air with Power Squared. This episode, we're going to talk to our letterer, Trevor Hankins, about his work on issue number 19,
Yes, Kama Itachi.
right? And basically just his basic working on the comic book. You are one of the co-creators of Power Squared,
Yeah.
and and we appreciate the fact that you're. I like the idea that you're the letterer because it's kind of in the family.
Yeah.
you know. So, so let's talk about Kamiitachi. Is there anything interesting about the lettering that you did for it?
Uh, I don't think there was anything special that I did.
Okay, so it's typical lettering. Do you? I know that Rachel puts in a lot of the action, sounds.
Sound effects.
Yeah, is that something you'd like to do, or do you like the fact that she takes care of that?
Well, it's one less thing for me to worry about.
All right. Um, So tell us about the process that you go through for lettering. What is the software that you use as an example?
Um, I use Adobe Illustrator.
Okay. And hi. So how do you? You have to wait for the colorist Julia to finish her work, and then you take that file and you do what to it exactly?
Uh,
You get a TIFF.
yeah. Then I open it up in Illustrator. Then first I look at the script and then lay the text down in a panel,
Uh huh.
for each panel, and then once I have it arranged out in a way that looks good, I apply the balloons.
Okay.
I also try to arrange it in a way that there isn't any like tangents.
What's
Right.
what's a tangent for those that?
It's when two lines touch in an uncomfortable way.
Okay. And that's be the lines in the balloons, I assume.
Yes, like if the lines of the balloons align too much with something else in the panel, then it'll make the image look flat.
Okay. Good to know.
That's why you want to avoid tangents generally.
Right. So, your first experience of lettering was with Power Squared, right?
Yes.
And we sort of tasked you with that. You were very willing to do it. What did you learn to use to learn to do it? I guess.
For those listening, he's reaching for something.
Yeah.
This book.
And that book is.
Uh, Comic book lettering the Comic Craft way.
Okay. And so that got you. Did that tell you how to do it with a particular software, or was it just in general how to letter?
How to do it with Illustrator.
Okay. Are there other softwares that you could use technically, or do you know?
I know it's possible to do it in Photoshop, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Okay. All right. Um, so you've now done like 19 issues. You finished with issue 19?
I completed all the pages I need to do. I need the inside cover for the credits.
Okay. But otherwise you're done.
Yes.
And do you ever? I know when we send the script to Rachel, she'll like change it. Do you ever change the script when you're putting it in? It's okay if you do. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just curious.
What do you mean?
Well, like you ever read it, and go, that's not right, or that's not, or correct something.
Uh, Sometimes I correct like grammar mistakes.
We know whose fault that is, probably me. All right.
It happens where the art is different from the script, but I'm not aware of the changes, so I have to figure it out for myself.
We've tried to be better about because of that, we've tried to be better about putting the revised script as it goes in the Dropbox. So we're trying. And I know that is kind of frustrating. It would be for anybody. To have to keep up with it. So we should that is something we need to do a better job with.
Right.
You also worked on the remastering project.
Yes.
Like almost 100 pages of Power Squared 1 through 5.
Yes.
Yeah, what was that like? What was it?
Time consuming.
Yeah, okay. Did you think it got better, or?
Better, but still not that great.
Okay. But that mean the story, or do you mean the art, or do you mean the whole thing?
Those 5 issues in general.
Yeah. Well, those were the learning issues.
I think the lettering was generally better.
Okay. Because I remember we had the first conversation with Chip at Comixology.
Yeah.
He said the lettering could be better, but it's okay. The art was what it was, and the coloring had to go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were one of the ones you thought we could keep. Do you have any ideas for the book that you'd like to see done? We can't hear you.
For an issue like a while ago, I never got around to trying to like script it or whatever.
Okay. Now I know that's the one we put into the pitch packet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where their boys are sort of separated
Yeah.
and they're fighting separate demons or whatever, or yokai. Right?
Yeah, that was a thought.
Okay. No, I think that's a good, because we always see them working together technically, right?
Yeah.
And if they're apart, then if you want to use a power, you can't because the other one's using it.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty cool idea. So we'd like to see that going at some point.
Right.
Any other places you want to see the story go?
What do you mean by story?
The overall story.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So you're just happy to go along with the ride for the time.
Well, it's more like I was kind of put on the spot there.
Well, no, I was just talking about the book. If you had any ideas or
Right.
you want to talk about it, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
Could probably try to do something with that yokai plot line you got going.
Yeah. Let's just do something more with that too. I was going to ask you about. The whole idea is to have this be. The whole idea of the Kickstarter doing the graphic novel version of the first 5 issues is to raise money to have it translated into French.
Yeah.
And I think their idea is that you would actually do the French portion of that.
Right.
You looking forward to that at all, or? I know none of us. Well, you took French, but none of us really speak it.
Yeah, don't look at me.
No, but I know you took it. I was gonna say none of us have taken it, but you did take it in high school.
Yeah, and I barely remember any.
That's. I remember. I could count to 7 or 8 when I learned it in kindergarten.
Right.
I went to a private kindergarten. They taught us French, but that was about as much as I remember.
It seems a little daunting, but if I get paid for it, then
Yeah, that's something we need to work out because, we need to work that out. And I'm not sure if, since it's their project, should they pay you?
Right.
We'll see. We'll see what happens when the time comes.
Right.
You will. I imagine you will get paid for it.
Omelette du fromage.
We're getting actually comments for a change on
Yeah.
our.
Julia.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, Julia. Any questions you want to ask him while you're on the comment board? No, I just see nothing. Everybody's put on the spot. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what it looks like in French. I think that'd be kind of exciting. And so we'll have to work about how you get paid to do it. I don't know if we need if it's going to be in a way you can just cut and copy and paste it in. I assume.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, because I know they do make like French language keyboards and stuff.
Well, he should be able to just plop it right
Yeah,
in.
let's hope. Okay.
I think I can just do copy paste.
Yeah, I assume they're going to put it in a format you can do that with.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's doing the translation,
Right.
so that's a little out of our hands. But anyway, anything else you want to ask your brother?
See, not really.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll about do it for the show.
Although I guess, what do you think of Kame Itachi compared to the other issues?
It's different.
Different good?
Yeah. There's more emphasis on like visuals than words.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It was a lot less time consuming to letter.
Right.
Yeah, probably. Less dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's about it.
Okay.
So if we were getting ad revenue, this would be a good, a perfect length for
Yeah.
it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, and you like this kind of thing, leave a like, subscribe, and consider ringing that bell.
Okay, we want to thank Trevor for being on the show. I also want to just have a shout out to our artist, Rachel Wells. She was diagnosed with COVID,
Yeah.
and she seems to be recovering, but, best wishes for a full recovery.
Yes.
So until next time, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
and you've been on the air with Power Squared.